Just getting done with a successful hunt. I just want to give you some tips on running and gunning turkeys, how I killed this bird right here in New Jersey on state land. I just want to give you some tips on running and gunning turkeys, so this can be you walking out with a gobby this year. I'm going to give you 5 tips on running and gunning turkeys, so this can be you walking out of whatever state that you are hunting, walking out with a big old gobby for you. So number 1, running and gunning, first off, is one of my favorite ways to hunt turkey. I'm very impatient. I try and learn patience when it comes to turkey hunting. I'm very impatient when it comes to this. I love hearing the gobble. I love going to them. That's why running and gunning turkeys is one of my favorite things to do. Tip number 1 for running and gunning turkeys would be to shock them. It's not the time to be quiet out there. You are going out there trying to get a gobble. Sometimes that's the hardest thing when it comes to turkey hunting, just finding a bird that's going to play the game with you. So you need to just get a gobble. So the calls you can use: owl call, crow call, or cuts, and that's what I normally do. Let me show you what I mean by cuts. This is what I do every 50 to 100 yards. Now, it's not just call and move on. I'll call, wait like 3 to 5 minutes, and if I don't get a response, then I'll move another 50, 100 yards because I'm going to the bird. So this is what I normally do every 50 to 100 yards. If I think a bird is there, should be there, then I'll stay a little bit longer, but this is what I do, calling wise with a mouth call. I'm getting very, very excited with my yelps and my cut sequence. That way he's just sitting there and the first thing he hears is pop, 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 yap, 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 pop, 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 pop. I like to start off low for the first couple notes just so it's not like a whack, but I'll yelp yap, 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 pop, pop, yap, 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 pop, 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 pop. That way he's just like, blah, I'm right here, blah, I'm right here. And a lot of times you're like, oh, okay, that's it. So whether you want to use an owl call or a crow call or cut at them with a mouth call, get excited with your hen yelps. That's a great way to get a turkey to gobble, and just keep moving until you get a bird to gobble. Tip number 2, get aggressive. It's not the time to be quiet. You're trying to find and shock up a bird. It kind of ties into tip number 1 a little bit, into shock them, but get aggressive. This is the time. Again, after the morning hunt, running, gunning normally takes place after they're off the roost. They hit the ground, they shut up. You're trying to find the bird just to gobble and try and hunt and kill. So normally when they are willing to gobble like that after the roost, I would say between 9 and noon, that's a lot of times when the hen goes off to nest. So that leaves Mr. Tommy all alone. So that's the time you can get excited. I'm a lone hen, you're a lone gobbler, he's coming quick. So get aggressive with him. Don't be timid with them. You can still call loud, still get them excited, cut at them, but then remember to go silent. Don't just yap, 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 and just keep hammer and hammer and hammer and hammer and hammer. You can get aggressive. As soon as he starts gobbling on his own without you calling because he's mad you're not coming to him, he's gonna come running in. It happens so quick. That's why it's also one of my favorite ways to turkey hunt, because I could walk. Some good camaraderie, whether you're with your girlfriend, your wife, your brother, a friend, no matter what it is, you can shoot the shit, walk down the trail, laugh, have a couple laughs, call every 50 yards, sit down, serious. So running and gunning takes place, getting aggressive, shocking them. Tip number 1 and 2. Tip number 3, a little bit obvious, but I feel like I need to put this as tip number 3. You need to still walk areas turkeys should be. Don't just be walking through the thickest swamp or the thickest mountain laurel. All right, turkeys do the same things pretty much every day. It might be in a different area, but they tend to be in the same areas. So walk areas they should be, whether it's a ridgetop, off a field, depending on the weather. They still need water. They still need shade. They still graze throughout the woods. So walk areas they should be. What I did for this bird in the morning, I walked a ridgetop, an acorn flat, where I knew there was a bunch of scratchings that I found during deer season. And I basically just walked that for about 1.5 miles and until I finally sparked him up. I sparked him up about 150 yards out. I analyzed the terrain and I picked a tree to where if that bird crested the hill, that he saw the decoy and he was gonna come. There's 2 ways you could have played that scenario with that bird. I could have got really close to that crest of the hill to where if he popped over the hill to scan, if I didn't have a decoy, I could have blew his head off when he came up to look down the valley that I was sitting in. So you still want to walk areas that turkeys tend to be. Don't just be walking dead woods and just wasting your time. You're going to be walking a lot, but just walk areas they should be. Tip number 4, travel light. You're gonna be walking a while. It could be a while, it could be 5 minutes. So what I normally do, bring a mouse call, bring a pot and slate call, pot and peg, bring a water bottle and camera gear. That's what I normally bring. Normally I will bring a hen decoy too. I'll throw it over my shoulder or something, but traveling light is essential. It allows you to walk farther, which means you're gonna cover more ground, which in turn will turn up more ground where turkeys should be. So travel light, whatever you have, whether it's a turkey vest, if you just wanna stick a mouth call in your pocket and carry your gun, just something so you can travel farther by being comfortable. You're gonna get hot, especially later in the turkey season when it's hotter weather. You're gonna be walking a while. So you can walk from 9 to noon and hear nothing, or you can walk from 9 to 9:10, hear a gobble. Doesn't work out, keep moving, spark one up at 10. You're gonna be out there a while, probably. So just travel light, that way you can travel farther. Tip number 5, learn how to pop a squat. What I mean by that is, there's a lot of times when I'm personally turkey hunting, running and gunning, that it'll be nothing for 3 hours. And then it'll be like 11 o'clock and I'm just like, yop, yop, and he's 75 yards just out of sight. I quick look around me, but if I know he's super close and he almost scared me and rattled my body with that gobble, he's close, he's right there. I will sometimes just sit down without even being against the tree. If I could hop to the nearest tree, then I will get there, but sometimes you just have to be ready and just, they're gonna be right there. So no matter what it is, don't take your time setting up in that scenario. If you just sit down if he's that close. You might bust him getting to the best tree, trying to have a better spot to shoot him. But sometimes if he's that close, you just need to pop a squat and just hope that he comes in right there because you sparked them up so close. Maybe you walk 75 yards instead of 50 yards to where that might have been the game there, but sometimes that just happens that way. But a lot of times when I spark them and they're that close within, I would say 75, you whack them and it's 75 yards away just over a ridge, I kill a lot of those birds. So learn how to pop a squat. But that's my 5 tips for running and gunning turkeys. I hope you guys have a successful spring turkey hunting season. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe to us. I am Mike with Obviously Outdoorsman. Like this video, subscribe to us, check out our next video, and that's it guys, stay stealthy.